The first thing you're going to need is just a little bit of patience because it takes some time for the whole system to come on. But start by turning on these two switches located on the wall just below the sound mixing board. And then you'll need to turn on the projector and the stage monitor TV with their remotes, and they're labeled by pointing them at the IR receiver. A little blue light will flash to let you know that the system recognizes the device. The projector takes a few seconds to warm up and turn on. You'll see a logo come on, and then you can confirm that the stage monitor TV is on by looking over the rail at the device or looking at it from some other direction. Okay, now you're ready to turn on the main presentation computer by reaching around back and pushing the on-off button for the iMac. It will take a few moments for it to warm up, so just give it a moment or two, and when prompted, you'll need to enter in the password which you were given. Again, it will take several minutes for the computer to go through all of its processes before it will accept any input command, so just wait for everything to come together. Once the computer is responsive, click on the display icon in the upper right-hand tray and confirm that both display devices say Use as Separate Display. After confirming that, now you can click on the Propresenter 6 icon to start the program. Just recognize it always takes a few minutes for the program to cycle through all of its processes and recognize all of the different connected devices. If everything is completely connected, then the display will look something like this. And here is the main display where you can see all of the different elements that we have in Propresenter 6. Okay, what you're looking at here is the main platform and the program which you'll be working with in Propresenter 6. In the upper left-hand corner is the display, which should be showing on the projector screen. Below that is the library where all the songs are kept, and we'll talk about that more in a little bit. And below that are the playlist, and to the right are all the various elements that are in the playlist or in the library, as well as if you click on any of those panels, that's what will show up in the display. Now, playlists are where most of the work takes place because these are a collection of all the visual elements for our different worship services. For example, if I click on Sunday PM, you can see a different collection. If I click on Wednesday, there's yet a different collection because each one is going to be different in what it needs. So if we go back to Sunday AM, one of the first things you're going to need to do is remove some of the elements or components from the previous worship service. And all you need to do is click on it, and then you can right-click and click on Remove from Playlist, or you can click on the song, for example, and just hit Delete, and it'll take it out. This will clear out the playlist so that you can put together the new elements for this current worship service. Okay, so now let's talk about the main visual elements, which are the songs and the sermons, things like that. And if you click on one of these, you can see over here to the right, these are all the different panels or images for that song, and songs are separated out in verses by color code. Now you simply take the song and grab it and drag it down into the position that you want in the playlist or whatever the song leader wants in the order. You can also find a song by simply typing in the name of the song. It'll come up, and then you can take that and drag it into the playlist. Or you can also type in just the number of the song and it will find the song in that way. And again, take it and drag it into the playlist in the order that you need. Now, this number system or finding it through titles is a great way to be able to follow along a song leader who just calls out a number so that you can click on the slides, find it, and then click on the slides live, following the song leader. Once you have all of your different elements in place, then your playlist is built, and you can see here that they're all in the order of which you want them for the worship service. So if you start out with announcements and then go into the prayer, or then after that into songs, and then after the song, scripture reading, and all the different panels that are available. You can size this according to however you like. If you want to see the panels bigger or smaller, you can make the different sizes. And in a song, for example, we talked about that there are different verses that are color-coded, and this helps us determine where we are in the song. Now, whatever we click on here is what's going to show up in the display. So if we click on it, as you see here, it shows up in the display, which will also show in the projector as well as on the stage monitor. Now sometimes you're going to need to load sources from external, so you'll need to go up here and click on File and then Import, and then make sure you click Import PowerPoint. And when you do that, it's going to open up the search window on the computer. Then you go up to where it says Dropbox up here in the top left. When you click on Dropbox, it'll show you all the files. Click on this one that says Interchange here, and this is the main Dropbox file we use to transfer everything in between. Here you'll see Presentations. Under that, this is where you'll find things like the announcements, and they're usually dated. If you go down, that's also, we'll put Bible studies in here, as well as if we go down, you'll see sermons, and we try to keep these dated so that you know which one is coming up in case it is not already loaded onto the Propresenter program for you. So once you've determined the file that you need to upload into Propresenter, click on the file, and here I'm going to click on a Bible study we have coming up with this one here, the book of Zechariah, and then all you do is you come over here and you click on the Open button, and it will begin to load into Propresenter. Now this may take a few seconds for it to catch up, and it always takes a while for the different slides, but up here you'll be able to see a progress, and once it starts to open, PowerPoint does its thing, then it will make slides, it'll make images that will go into Propresenter. Now PowerPoint does not translate directly into Propresenter. It takes a picture of each slide. So if you have a slide that builds in PowerPoint, it's going to make one picture of it. It'll then show up over here in your library, and all you do then is once it shows up is now you can see all the various slides. You can then take that and move it down into, in this case we're going to put it in the Sunday PM playlist, and we simply grab it, and which, by the way, you can change the names here as I just clicked on it. If you needed to change the name or add something to it, you can do that here. But then as always, you just grab it and drag it down into the position that you want in the playlist. So now if I just click on the playlist, you can see here's all the different parts or elements of that playlist for that evening worship. There's the announcements, there's the prayer, the scripture reading, and here is my lesson that'll be later on in the service time. And now you have all of the elements you need for that particular service. And so when someone walks on the stage, let's say they're going to start with a prayer, then you simply click on the prayer slide and then the song after that, and then continue down through the service through the presentation. And just in case you forget some of the steps that are required for running the program, we have several notes already on the desktop that will outline all the different things you need to do for a particular task on the program. All right, I hope that gives you a good overview or an introduction to our presenter system. And of course, if you have any questions, just let us know.